12 boards, declare play only, auctions given to us. We'll take a look at the auction as always, kind of talk through some different decisions that could have been made maybe, and get a little bit of information about the opponent's hands as well as what they know about ours. Partners have passed hand, right hand opponent opens a no trump, and we decide to bid 2 spades, spades and a minor. Since we're playing penalty doubles, even though the opponents are playing strong no trump, this could be a 4-card major, longer minor. Could be spades with a shorter minor, so 5 spades and 4 diamonds, for example. So we get a little bit less texture on our auction this way, but that's kind of the concession that you have to make if you are playing a penalty double over the opponent's strong no trump. Which is becoming a little bit more popular among expert players nowadays. So anyway, we bid 2 spades is the best we can do to describe our hand. This is passed out. Get an opening club lead. And alright, we've missed out on the heart fit. I think partners should open 2 hearts almost regardless of what your system is. In first seat here, this is just kind of the prime example of a 5-card weak 2. You have a very, very strong 5-card suit. You have shortness outside, so your hand has a little bit of extra offense as opposed to like 5-3-3-2 shape. And, no other real flaws. I mean, the 3 small spades, yes, we might play a 5-1 heart fit instead of a 5-3 spade fit. That can happen. I mean, similarly, look what happened here. We got to the 4-3 spade fit instead of the 5-3 heart fit. But yeah, I do think 2 hearts is kind of automatic with partner's hand, first seat, not vulnerable. If you're vulnerable, probably just pass the hand, but not vulnerable, and especially at match points, I think it's important, but also teams, I would recommend it. 4 clubs lead. So we have 13, partner has 7, that's 20. East is 15 to 17, and the robots are not known to shade their no trump openers. So West has 3 to 5 high card points. We'll keep that in mind. Club goes to the king. East switches to the king of spades, which is interesting. So they don't go after a forcing defense. So East is presumably turned up with the ace of diamonds. I mean, West can have 1 card, basically. So East is turned up with probably the king, queen of spades. I mean, I don't really understand the king of spades switch from king doubleton or king third. But I guess it's possible. The ace, king of clubs from the opening lead. But West actually has to have one of the missing red suit cards, either the diamond ace or the heart king, right? Because otherwise East would have too many high cards. Since the only other missing card is the club jack. So I guess what we want to do is then win the spade ace and try, say, the jack of diamonds from our hand. If they win the ace and go spade spade, we're probably not in terrible shape. Maybe spade split 3-3, and we can then just knock out the heart king. If the jack of diamonds holds, then we know where all of the cards are at the very least. That seems like a good plan. Let's see what happens once we lead the jack of diamonds. Okay, East takes the ace of diamonds, so we now suspect that the king of hearts is on side. Queen of spades, ace of clubs. Okay. So we still don't exactly know where the jack of clubs is. I would expect West to have it, given this defense. And it's also kind of starting to sound as if spades are 4-2. It feels as if East would have continued another trump. Rather than switching to clubs at this point. Like, the defense is all very inconsistent if spades are 3-3. Because then East probably should have been forcing us in clubs as opposed to pulling 2 rounds of trumps exactly. Now, I'm not saying that the robots haven't ever done anything inconsistent before, but that's just kind of the way that it seems to me. So, what are our options? Assuming spades are 4-2, we can't just rough this, pull trumps, play the king, queen of diamonds, pitching clubs, and then take heart finesses and make the rest of the tricks. And if we try that line of play, we're going to be very unsuccessful because West will rough in at some point and then cash a bunch of clubs. So let's say we rough this trick. And then I mean, if the 10 of diamonds drops, we're in pretty good shape. If the 10 of diamonds doesn't drop... So, like, if the 10 of diamonds drops, one thing we could do is actually... rough this trick with the Jack of spades, cash 2 diamonds, pitching 2 clubs, and then start running the heart suit. West could rough in, and if West plays back a trump, then we pull trumps and dummies hearts are good. And if West roughs in and returns a club, giving us a rough sluff at that point, we could pitch a heart from dummy, rough in hand, and then continue running diamonds. And we would make the rest from there. But if the 10 of diamonds doesn't drop, what happens if I try that line of play? So let's see. It looks like rough with the Jack of spades, king, queen of diamonds, pitching 2 clubs, and then take a heart finesse, heart to the queen, ace of hearts. I guess if West started with 3 hearts, we also still have the rest. But if West started with, say, 4 spades, 2 hearts, 4 diamonds and 3 clubs with the 10 of diamonds, then West gets to play back a diamond, forcing dummy. We could play a heart winner, pitching a diamond, but West gets to rough in. I mean, it looks like we always make 2 on this line of play. And maybe that's important enough that we should just take it. We have a chance of making the over trick. We give up on making 10 tricks, but again, I just don't think that spades could possibly be 3-3 the way the defense is going. And I don't really see an alternative to this line. I mean, we could ruff with the 6 of spades, but I just don't know where we're going from there. Yeah, I think I like this plan. So Jack of spades. Let's cash a couple diamonds, pushing clubs. Alright, the 10 didn't drop. That's okay. So it looks like we are going to be... Oh, but West has 3 hearts, so... What?! Why?! Oh no. Oh no. Why would they defend like this? Alright. Oh, East had 4 spades. What are they doing? Why did they go King of spades, Queen of spades, and then switch? Oh, this is unbelievable. Wow. I mean, we could have done better with a lot of alternative lines of play. I think I like the one that we chose, but that was not the layout that I would have ever expected. Yeah, again, we don't really expect the robots to follow any sort of sensible defensive plan, but humans don't really defend this way. You know, you make up your mind before you switch to trumps about whether or not you're going to pull 3 rounds of trumps. On to board 2. East opens a diamond. We get a heart overcall. Looks like a pretty good bid. Left-hand opponent bids 2 diamonds. Our partner bids 2 hearts. Right-hand opponent bids 3 diamonds. And we decide to compete with 3 hearts. I think that seems pretty reasonable. If we were 3-6-1-3 in shape, or maybe even like 3-6-3-1, maybe a maximal double as a game try would have something going for it here. But I think our hand's probably a little bit too flat to try for game, and it does seem important to compete for the part score with the known 9-card heart fit. We get a diamond lead at trick 1. Looks like we got a couple of diamond losers. We have plenty of entries in the trump suit to potentially pick off the spades. I guess let's see how the defense goes. So diamond goes to the king. We'll conceal the 2. Get the 9 of spades switch from East. Wow. Okay. This is a little bit of a strange play because West doesn't have 4 spades. So, I mean, it's always going to be safe to play low here. I mean, I guess we should. I'm just trying to think, is there any way I can convince West not to put a club through on the next trick, or possibly after cashing the diamond queen? And I think the answer is probably no. I'm going to play low. I'm going to play my lowest spot card. I do want West to return a spade. If they do, we're in great shape. We can then just pull trumps and run the spade suit. But I do think they're just going to cash the diamond queen and then switch to clubs. Yeah, so East is turned up with the ace, king, jack of clubs, or diamonds. Nothing in hearts, nothing in spades. They kind of have to have the club ace for their opening bid. So I guess we will play low. Yeah, too bad. East will try and cash the club ace, which is successful, and now we have the rest. We can pull trumps, down 1. Not a whole lot we could do on that defense. On to board 3. Well, we get to a slam. This does not look like a very exciting hand, but let's look at the auction. We've opened a heart. We got 18, partner game forced with 2 diamonds. We bid 3 clubs, which in the robot system shows extras. Partner bid 3 hearts to show fit. Six hearts is a terrible bid. I mean, obviously we could be making a grand. There's no reason to not explore. Three hearts is forcing. A three spade cubid would be forcing. A four club cubid would be forcing. A four diamond cubid would be forcing. I mean, there are lots of ways that we can explore for slam without leaping to the 6th level. So this is just a huge error. Now, it's a little bit tough determining how you actually want to proceed with the south hand. I mean, I think a lot of players would just default to making their cheapest cubid a three spades, which seems pretty reasonable. But when you have a hand like this, you often want to plan out the auction a couple of bids in advance. And with us holding all four aces, it might be very difficult to get partner to cooperate in cue bidding. So like, let's say we bid three spades and partner bids four hearts. What are we doing next is the question. Keycard doesn't really solve a lot of our problems. It would tell us about partner's heart cards, the king and queen of hearts, but it wouldn't tell us if partner has a source of tricks and diamonds. It wouldn't tell us about partner's club cards. So it might make sense to bid three spades, and when partner signs off in four hearts, to then just cue bid four spades. To say, hey partner, I have spades completely locked up. Please tell me about your minor suit cards. And mostly just worry later in the auction that we don't care much about partner's trump holding. Either they have king third or queen third, and we're going to have some play for 7 if we get there. Seems somewhat reasonable, but also we could just go through keycard. I mean, that would take a lot of analysis. I'm not going to spend time to work that out, but yeah, I do think that you should do something other than six hearts, and three spades feels like a good start, but you have to prepare for what comes next. So we get a club lead, and on a hand like this, we cue bid three spades. Partner would sign off in four hearts, of course. If we cue bid four spades, partner has a bit of a dilemma about what to do. I think they should probably just sign off in five hearts, and that would probably give us enough confidence to know that there's no grand slam and we just sign off in 6. Or we could even pass five hearts if we really felt that uncomfortable about the whole thing. But if partner had something like the club king, they would cue bid 5 clubs, I guess, back at us over 4 spades, and maybe we could move from there. All right, 7 of clubs lead. We will try the queen. I don't think East is going to cover, but hopefully they do. Okay. So diamond can go on the king of spades. If trumps are 3-2, we're in excellent shape. We can just pull 2 rounds of trumps, unblock the spade ace, cross and hearts, pitch a diamond, and then take a club finesse and take as many club finesses as necessary. If trumps are 4-1, I think we need to only pull 2 rounds of trumps. Well, okay. I think we just want to switch up the order a little bit on this line of play. So I think before pulling 2 rounds of trumps, we want to unblock the spade ace. So we could go heart to the ace, ace of spades, heart to the king. If trumps split, great. Pitch a diamond on the spade. Sorry, pull the last trump, pitch a diamond on the spade, take club finesses, make 7. If trumps don't split, we can pitch a diamond on the spade and then just start taking club finesses. And if clubs are 3-2, well, great. We've taken a successful finesse. We can then pull a trump, cross to the diamond ace, pull the 4th round of trumps with the jack, and run clubs. And if West started with a singleton club and can rough in, we can then cross back with the 3rd round of hearts, pulling the last trump later, and then take another club finesse. So this seems like the right plan to me. So I'll play a heart to the ace, unblock the ace of spades, play a heart back, Hearts do split, so we're in good shape. We can pull the last trump, pitch our diamond, and now just take club finesses until we make all of the tricks. So a little bit of care needed to be taken, but with trumps 3-2, everything was always going to come home. Board 4. Pass on our left. Partner opens a diamond in second seat. We get a heart overcall. We bid a spade, 5 or more spades. Partner jumps to 3 diamonds. And we have a tough decision over 3 diamonds. I think pass has a lot going for it. Our side 4-card spade suit isn't great. Did I say 4-card spade suit? 4-card heart suit. Our side 4-card heart suit isn't great. We don't really have a diamond fid, even though the jack is kind of a nice card in the suit. Our spades are a little bit ratty, so that if partner has a singleton spade, we're probably... I mean, we would love to bid 3 spades non-forcing, I guess, but that's not really what the bid means, I don't think. I'm pretty sure 3 spades is just forcing here. The only non-forcing bid is to pass 3 diamonds. Or, I mean, 3 no trump would be non-forcing as well, but I don't think our hand's quite good enough. It's very borderline. At teams, I would definitely recommend pushing for game. At match points, I think just passing 3 diamonds is probably best with this hand. The hand just overall feels like a misfit to me. I think partner is quite often going to have a singleton spade and doubleton heart. But let's see what we caught. We did bid 3 spades. Partner, of course, has this very unenviable decision and chooses to bump to 4 spades, so here we are. I'm not sure partner's hand is good enough for a 3 diamond bid. I think it's probably not. It totals up to 16 highs, but singleton in partner suit, not great. Queen doubleton in the opponent's suit, pretty terrible. And the diamond suit's quite bad. I mean, it's barely better than our spade suit. The 6th spot card making the difference, the 4 diamonds versus the 2 spades. So all in all, I think partners should just content themselves with a 2 diamond rebid, or maybe a 2 club rebid is fine. And then, depending on how the auction proceeds from there, they can choose to show their extras later. I almost feel like partners should try 3 no instead of 4 spades with their hand. I understand they don't really have a heart stopper, but on an auction like this, maybe it's not so important, and East will often just give us the Queen of Hearts at trick 1. Like if East happens to have Ace-King 5th or Ace-King 6th in the suit, they might be afraid of leading a high card, and so they'll just lead low at trick 1, presuming that we have Queen-Jack 3rd or Queen 3rd or Queen-10 3rd or something in our hand. And, you know, otherwise I'm not really convinced that 4 spades is going to make much of the time if we have 2 heart losers. So I think I prefer 3 no on partner's hand, but robots won't do that unless they have a full stopper. Anyway, here we are. So we have 2 hearts to lose off the top. We have at least 1 spade loser, no matter the layout of the cards. And no losers in the minors, but we have a couple of hearts to deal with eventually. Let's play low at trick 1. East is always going to win the ace or king on this trick. And they switch to a spade. Okay. We probably have to play low here. And I guess ultimately our question is going to be about what to do with the 4th round of hearts. Because assuming hearts are 5-2, I mean, no guarantee, but West will win the king of spades here, play back a heart, and then the 9 of hearts or something is going to come back, and we'll have to cover, and West will ruff, and then we're going to have a 4th round of hearts to deal with. diamond comes through. I don't think we should take this finesse, so we should just go up with the ace. And I guess that means we ruff a diamond back to our hand. Trying to pick off, say, King Doubleton. Unsuccessful. So East playing the 10 of diamonds, I think, means that we should be okay taking a roughing finesse and diamonds later. I mean, presumably the king of diamonds is offside. There's no guarantee. West could have it, of course, but I think that we should be okay pitching some clubs on our spades as we pull trumps. Oh. Well. That makes things awkward. So spades are 5-1, hearts are 5-2. We have to guess what to rough back to hand. We've shortened ourselves once, so we're down to the same trump length as West right now. If we can rough either a club or a diamond in our hand, then we'll be one trump shorter than West, and when we exit a heart, West will have to rough their partner's winner, and we'll be end played into giving us the queen 9 of spades at the end of the hand. So do I have any information about which minor suit to rough? I must admit, I was not paying attention to West diamond spots when they played them earlier in the play. I think I'm gonna rough a club. Oh, we're not down to the same length, are we? We are down to... West has roughed a heart. I forgot about this. Good. I was starting to piece together a picture of the hand, and I'm like, wait, West has at least 2 extra minor suit cards that I'm not thinking of. So I guess to make all but one of the remaining tricks, I would need to get roughs in both minors. So if I played a club to the ace and led the queen of diamonds to the king, roughed and West followed, that would be good. Then I could cross back to the club king and then rough a club with my 9 of spades. Eventually, West would rough their partner's heart trick. I think that's the line of play that I'm going to take. You know, playing West to be 5-2, 3-3 in shape makes a lot of sense. Great. So now we can just safely play a club to the ace, and I mean, it's safe to rough a club, but it's also kind of safe to just lead the 9 of diamonds and let West rough, and now our queen 9 of spades are both high. So down to... West, of course, should be doubling this, I think. King 10, 8, 7, 5th of spades. They don't have a lot of defense against a diamond contract, but it doesn't look like North-South are on their way to diamonds, I don't think. I suppose that could be a concern from West's perspective about doubling. Oh goody, another slam. So 2 passes come around to us. We open a diamond in 3rd seat. We have 20, but an exceptionally good 20. Even if this somehow falls under your definition of a 2-club opener, a strong 2 clubs, you should probably get in the habit of opening these hands at the 1 level, because otherwise it's just very difficult to show your hand when you have multiple suits that you want to be bidding. Left-hand opponent overcalls a spade. That does make our hand significantly worse, not just because the ace queen third of spades is now in front of the overcaller, but also because with so few missing high cards, West is likely to have a lot of the missing honors, like the diamond king or heart queen, for example. And we don't have a hand that plays well if finesses are losing. It would be very different if we had a similar type of hand, but our spades were like ace empty third, and our diamonds were ace king queen fifth, then, and without the jack of hearts, for example. Still 20 high card points, but now we don't really care that West has all the missing high cards because we're not taking finesses into them. Alright, partner makes a negative double. We decide to bid 4 hearts. I think this is fine. If 4 clubs was interpreted as a splinter, maybe we would prefer to try that. One of the things that I think is most concerning to me at this point about the hand is that East didn't raise spades, West only bid 1 spade. So at the point where we decide to bid 4 hearts, which I think this bid's okay, right? We do want to game force when partner shows a 4-card heart suit. I'm very nervous that partner has spade length, and so a 4-club splinter would clue partner in to the fact that we actually need help in the spade suit to make this. So if partner has the king of spades, that would be a huge help. Pretty unlikely given the overcall, but it's still possible. And if partner turns up with a magical singleton spade, then that's great. They'll know exactly what to do over the club splinter. But if we splinter in clubs and partner turns up with 3 small spades or something, then we're probably not in great shape to be making a slam. There are definitely still lies of the cards where opposite 3 small spades slam would be good, like king third of diamonds, for example, and queen fifth of hearts or something like that. But we would need a lot of help. Anyway, partner bid 4 spades, Q bid, showing the ace. Awesome. We also have that card, so with 2 aces of spades, I think we're in pretty good shape. We bid 6 hearts. And here we go. Well, the opponents have forgotten to bid spades. We get the ace of clubs lead. There's probably not much to the play of this one. Yeah, partner's bidding makes sense. I mean, the 4 spade Q bid does seem like a pretty important bid to make in this auction with the void. Not really a hand that we could possibly have been picturing from the auction. And the ace of clubs lead means we don't even care if diamonds are 4-0 anymore. We now have 2 discards on the king, queen of clubs. I don't think there's a realistic chance that clubs are 7-1. But it's also safe to just play low here. We can pull 3 rounds of trumps, and even if hearts are 4-0, we can rough a spade over. Alright, now we can just pull trumps and claim. Clubs are very close to being 7-1, but not quite. Not quite there. Board 6. Pass on our right, we open a diamond. We've got a 12 count. Pass on our left, partner bids a heart. Take out double on our right. Take out of hearts. Well, take out of hearts and diamonds, I guess. We decide to bid a spade. I really don't like this bid. I would definitely just pass. This 1 spade bid now takes West off the hook on a hand that looks like it's just a big misfit for us and the opponents, and the opponents are vulnerable. Remember, East is a passed hand, so East doesn't have a good hand. West couldn't act over a diamond, so it's possible that West has some values with some diamond length, but it's a lot more likely that East has really just made a huge mistake. And you can start to pick up on these signals if you play, if you pay attention to them, where I know the robots sometimes pass opening bids, but still, East doesn't have stuff they would have opened. West, pretty unlikely to have stuff. So I would very much rather, if partner was willing to cooperate, go after the opponents at the 2 level in either club, well, presumably in clubs, because that's where they're going to end up. I have king third. than try and bid on when our side has a misfit. Maybe we make two spades. Who knows? I mean, trumps are not splitting well for us. Maybe we would have made two diamonds if we played there. Maybe we would have made a no trump. But being able to go plus 100 or plus 200 or plus 500 would be a lot better than just playing in a, maybe a misfitting and lightly tied together contract of two spades. But we'll see how we did. Queen of trumps lead. So spades are definitely 4-1. I mean, it looks like partner picked off the opponent's heart suit, which was the best place that they could have landed. If we did end up defending a club contract, partner would have led a trump. And it looks like the opponents have two clubs, a heart, a diamond, probably a heart ruff, but that might be it. Maybe two clubs makes. We'll see if we can make two spades. So East understandably ducks from ace fourth, and we need to come up with a plan to take some tricks, I guess. That's the first step. We don't exactly know East's shape. East could have four hearts, so East could be 4-4, 1-4, for example. East could also have a real takeout hand that's like 4-3-1-5 maybe, or 4-2-1-6. I mean, probably impossible on the auction. West did bid two clubs freely, which is a little bit confusing. I mean, you know what? Something is not adding up about this hand. The opponents have willingly bid to the 2 level on a 7-card club fit. So either East has lied about their shape from the takeout double, and that's not something the robots really do, or West has lied about their shape, which I guess is possible, but again, we took them off the hook by bidding a spade. This would be a lot different if we had passed over the double and West bid 2 clubs because they had a 3-card club suit and that was the best they could do. Or East... I mean, East can't have extras. They didn't open the bidding. So I'm very confused. I guess West freely bid a 3-card club suit, which is very confusing to me. Singleton, Queen of Spades. Yeah, I really don't understand what's going on. Where am I getting my tricks from? If I try and rough diamonds, they just get over-roughed. Which isn't so bad. I mean, East has long trumps, and they're going to score some of them eventually anyway. It's not as if we can just pull trumps and take the rest. We would need to work on scoring some diamond tricks. The issue is if the opponents work to switch to hearts, or work out to switch to hearts, and I don't think it's going to be so obvious for them to do so, but if East has like King, Queen, Jack, 4th of hearts, they would probably figure it out. I guess let's start out by winning a spade and leading a club to the Queen. East will probably win, and then we'll get a better, some more insight about what East wants to do defensively from there. Okay, East doesn't win, which I guess means West started with ace third of clubs. It's sounding as if West might be 1-4-5-3 in shape. So I could knock out another club, setting up a club trick. Or I could start working on roughing some diamonds, but I just don't think roughing diamonds is ever going to be a productive maneuver. And I can always score the 3 spades on my own if I just go ace of hearts, heart rough. I just don't see where I'm getting any other tricks. I'm going to play club to the king, and West can win, and we'll see what they do. They just play back a club. Alright, let's try and lead a diamond. Diamond to the queen and ace. Great. So I can take the ace of hearts, I can ruff a heart, and I can knock out the spade ace, but that's basically all the tricks I'm going to end up getting. Yeah, they did work out to switch to hearts. Really, just nothing I can do. Alright, let's rough my heart. And I'm just going to claim one more trick. Down 1. Minus 50. Good save against 2 clubs in the 4-3 fit. Apparently. I mean, could we actually beat 2 clubs if we just started getting roughs, or maybe if we started on spades? Maybe. It looks like it would be a close contract to have to defend. Alright. Halfway there. Board 7. We pass in first seat. Left-hand opponent opens a club. Hey, George Brad. Yeah, Nightbot did squash a message. So if you are seeing it, then it's probably... Actually, I don't know why you would be seeing it. Take out double from partner. 1 heart on our right. Interesting spot. So 1 spade would tend to show some values. 2 spades also shows some values here. I guess we could bid 3 spades over a heart if we wanted to. The 3 spades would be preemptive over a heart. I don't know. It's a tricky call. I think I do want to bid something over a heart. And I guess 3 spades is the best choice. And partners should know what our hand looks like, because if we had a similar hand with like an extra king on the outside, we would start with 1 spade. And if we had, you know, a 4-card spade suit with a 9 count, we would bid 2 spades. So I think 3 spades would tend to describe this hand, a hand that's just too weak to preempt in first seat. But anyway, we pass. 2 clubs on our left, pass, pass. We decide to bid 2 spades. 3 clubs on our left, pass, pass. We decide to bid 3 spades. I mean, we got there anyway, right? I think this seems reasonable to me once we decide to pass a heart. We're just planning to compete as high as necessary in the spade suit. I guess if West bid 4 clubs and it came pass, pass back to us, we wouldn't know what to do. But here we are. We get a heart lead. Aha. So partner had a hand that they thought was too good for a no-trump overcall. They have a 19 count. but then they didn't want to complete the description of their hand because they didn't feel like their hand was good enough. And I think this is one of the big issues with people determining a range for these no trump overcalls, that this is why I kind of advocate for, sure, the range says 15 to 18 for a no trump overcall, but sometimes you do it with 19, sometimes you do it with 20. Because are we actually comfortable bidding at the 2 level with this hand, making a takeout double and bidding 2 no to complete our description? We have no source of tricks. Our hand does not play well if partner has no values, which is pretty likely given the opening bid in West and the fact that we have so many high cards. Partner probably doesn't have entries to take finesses and diamonds or hearts, which are going to be necessary for us to collect tricks. So I would advocate for just overcalling a no trump on this hand. Yeah, we're a little bit heavy, and sometimes you miss a game by doing so, but if your plan is to make a takeout double and never bid again, that's also really uncomfortable. Partner gets the wrong picture of the hand. You know, like, what is South supposed to do if they have a similar hand with 5 spades? I mean, I guess you would bid 2 spades and then pass out 3 clubs, but you know, I'd be very nervous doing so when it's pretty likely we have a 9-card spade fit. So anyway, I think if you do double, you should probably follow through and bid 2 no. I don't know, that makes me uncomfortable. Maybe you should double and double 2 clubs. I mean, that also doesn't feel great. I would just overcall a no trump. Anyway, 10 of hearts leads, standard honors. East has bid hearts. Well, that's not great news for us. But it does seem pretty likely that hearts are 5-2. I mean, they could be 6-1. But East might then have bid 2 hearts over 2 clubs. Again, non-forcing in that scenario. So I'm tempted to duck the opening lead, just to cut communications. What am I doing from there, though? I could try and lead the Jack or 10 of spades out of hand and hope that West also has honor doubleton in that suit. I'm not terribly worried about a diamond switch. I think I'll just play the queen and then hope that diamonds are 3-2. And I can definitely keep East off lead by just leading the king of clubs off of dummy. That appears to be the best plan, I think. So let's duck trick 1. I mean, West probably wins this and continues another heart. Just kidding. They cash the club ace. Now they continue a heart. Silly West. Okay, so we can rough a club back to hand to take a spade play. Partner's 19, we have 1, that's 20. West is kind of minimal for their opening bid with the 2 club call. So if West does have, say, ace, queen, jack of clubs, king of diamonds, nothing in hearts, they probably only have 1 spade honor. That would give East the king, jack of hearts, maybe the jack of diamonds, and a spade card, which I think all adds up. So in that case, the only real spade holding we can pick up is honor doubleton in West's hand, which is very possible. I mean, West could have, for example, king king third of diamonds, ace queen jack six of clubs, doubleton heart, and honor doubleton in spades. So I guess let's do that. Club ruff. I guess I'll lead the jack of spades, hoping for a cover. This is ineffective, isn't it? Wait a second. I just realized. East is just going to win this trick and then return a heart. Oh, but this is okay. Yeah, this is okay if the king of diamonds is onside. The king of clubs is set up. Wait a second. Because if East plays back a high heart, I'll have 2 discards. Oh, but I don't have entries. Oh, man. This was so close to being okay. Alright, anyway, let's play low. We'll see what happens. East wins. And they return a club. Okay. So we'll pitch a diamond. Let's try and pull trump. Oh my god, look at us go. Wow, we're so good. So East could have returned a low heart, right? I would pitch a diamond. West ruffs. No, there was nothing they could do. Oh, okay. I'm all good. So let's ruff a heart, pull the last trump, and try a diamond hook. Cool. We did it. Made 3. Why do I feel like I missed something on the defense? Could they have? I feel like they could have done better, but maybe I'm just being slow. So the 10 of hearts holds, ace of clubs, another heart. We ruff a club. We lead the jack of spades to East. So if East plays back... No, a low heart's no good, but the king of hearts... We can't do anything, right? We ruff, but West over ruffs, which all looks okay for now, but unfortunately, we get trapped in dummy. West can return a club. We win the king to pitch a diamond. We can pull 1 trump with the ace of spades. And we can cash the heart queen to pitch another diamond. And things would be great if we could get back to our hand, but we're trapped in dummy, leading away from the ace queen of diamonds, so West scores the king. Yeah, so I was right that East could have beaten the contract when they got in with the spade queen. Maybe it's not so obvious to East to defend this way. I mean, it definitely feels a little bit more natural for East to exit a low heart as opposed to the king. But for whatever reason, I mean, just the way that the hand plays out, this actually does work for us because we get to pitch the diamond immediately. West will have to ruff. And West plays back the club queen, but because we now have an extra idle heart after cashing the spade ace, we can then just ruff the heart to get back to our hand. And now we can pull the last trump and take the diamond finesse. So East had to work out to play the king of hearts in this spot to beat the contract. And it's not so... It's an unusual play to make, but probably one that a defender should get right because they can kind of work through the whole hand and figure out what's going on, especially after that ace of clubs play. I mean, that kind of clarifies everything defensively. Anyway, we make it. Queen of clubs lead against 5 diamonds. Pass our left, partner opens a heart. Why did we get to diamonds? I'm just looking at king, queen, jack, 9, 7th of spades. How are we in 5 diamonds? Alright, here we go. A heart passes spade. Okay. This auction is insane! 2 clubs on our left by passed hand. pass, pass. There's no chance that I would reopen double here. Partner is insta-passing this double. I mean, you get a feel for what's going on in an auction. West could not open the bidding, so again, West has a bad hand. And we know the robots love overcalling at the 2 level with bad hands. We have an 8 count with club shortness, no aces, and a long suit of our own, and no one's doing subsequent bidding. We know partner has a penalty double of clubs over there. So double always defends 2 clubs doubled, and we have 0 tricks in our hand. I mean, maybe partner leads the ace of hearts and we get a ruff. But outside of that, I mean, we just have no defense. Now, I don't know what we should balance. I think 2 spades is probably good enough. I would be a little bit nervous about missing a game. Maybe we should balance 3 spades. Our hand does have good offense. I guess a 3 spade balance makes some sense. So I could understand that. But yeah, double's crazy. Partner bids 3 now. Partner doesn't understand bridge. That's all right. They're supposed to pass when they have this 3-no bid. That was their whole plan for passing 2 clubs. They wanted to make a penalty double. 4 diamonds is crazy. We have obviously better spades than diamonds. We should just force this hand into the spade suit. Partner bumps to 5 diamonds, and here we are. Okay, Queen of Clubs lead. Great. We're in a 4-3 fit. This is amazing. Well, what's the plan? Well, our plan is not... We don't have a good one. I guess our plan is to knock out the spade ace. I also have the question about whether or not I want to discard this heart from my hand on the ace king of clubs. Because West can't have everything. I mean, West can't have the ace of hearts, the ace of spades, the king of diamonds, and the queen jack of clubs, right? They passed in first seed. So East has some of those cards. I think it's pretty likely West's hand is either both aces with no diamond king, or one of the aces, the diamond king and the queen jack of clubs. The robots would not necessarily open an 11 count, so they could easily have queen jack 5th of clubs or 6th, and a couple of aces. Why are we not in 2 clubs doubled, by the way? Partner is just like, yep, 15 count, 3 no trump. Oh, I have 3 natural trump tricks? Well, no problem. Singleton and partner suit? No problem. Let's play this one on offense. Like, let's say I go ace king of clubs pitching a heart and lead a spade. West wins the ace and switches to hearts. I think I'm in a lot of trouble. I mean, I'm always going to be in a lot of trouble if the ace of hearts is offside. But I think that cashing 2 rounds of clubs pitching a heart makes it a little bit more obvious to the opponents that they should be switching to hearts. Like, West might not work it out if they have queen doubleton or queen third to switch to hearts. If I just win the club ace and play a spade. I think I'm going to try that. It looks pretty unlikely that I can make the contract. So I think I'm just going to hope that the heart ace is on side. All right. Spade to the jack and ace. We get a diamond switch. So this is kind of good news. I guess I should play low on this trick. I'm just thinking, if this diamond switch is like a doubleton or something, East might stick in the 9 or 10 from King 10-9 fourth. And then what's my plan? I think I'm in a lot of trouble if diamonds are 4-1, kind of regardless. I don't think it's likely that West is leading from the King of Diamonds here. So I think what this means is that West has the Ace of Hearts and the Ace of Spades and the Queen Jack of Clubs, and they just didn't feel like their hand was good enough to open the bidding. So yeah, what exactly is my plan? Something I could try is I could try and play the Jack of Diamonds. And if diamonds happen to be 4-2 and East wins the king and returns a diamond, I'm actually in pretty good shape. I win the Ace of Diamonds, I play the King of Clubs pitching a heart, I pull a third round of trumps with the Diamond Queen, and then I just start running spades. I think I like this plan. Obviously, if diamonds are 5-1, I mean, this contract's hopeless, but I'm not going to worry about that for the time being. And if they cash the Ace of Hearts, so be it. But at least I'm kind of protected in both the heart and club suits from taps. And if the Jack of Diamonds holds, I think that's going to be a hard play for East to make, letting the Jack of Diamonds hold. And they return a diamond. No! Clubs or diamonds don't split. How rude! All right. All right. Well, I guess now it's going to be about damage control, huh? So diamonds 5-1. West pitches a club. We don't have a count on West shape, but I guess they're pretty unlikely to have a 6-card club suit. Otherwise, that would give them singleton, a 6-card suit, and 2 aces with an 11 count. They'd probably open the bidding. So West is probably 5-4-3-1 in some fashion, which means I guess they are pretty likely to have 4 hearts and a doubleton spade. So I guess I'll...
Odd, I thought it was 2 years. Oh well, only math.
Math is hard sometimes. Thanks so much for the 23 months of Prime sub. Really appreciate the support. Welcome back to the lounge. So if I play a diamond, crossing to hand, and then play 2 more rounds of spades, East will rough in. I can shed 2 hearts from dummy. East can pull the last trump, and presumably lead a heart to set up some tricks for West. I don't really see a better plan, though. I mean, I could cash the club king and ruff a heart, then play the king, queen of spades. I guess actually, wait a second. What if I do that? I cash the club king to pitch a heart. I ruff a heart. I play the queen of diamonds, and then I play the king queen of spades, pitching 2 more hearts from the dummy. So I'm down to 4 cards in dummy. East can ruff in, and they can play another trump, which like kind of squeezes dummy, but West gets squeezed in front of dummy. I'm going to score another trick with either the king of hearts or 10 of clubs, assuming I'm counting West's hand out, which, I don't know, let's see if we can manage to do that. So I think West is down to 4 clubs now, probably 4 hearts and 3 spades. Well, an original holding of 4 hearts and 3 spades. Sorry, did I say 4 clubs? I mean, they've pitched 1 and they've led 1, so they're down to 3 clubs. 3 clubs, 4 hearts, and 2 spades. There we go. There's 9 cards left. Yeah, I think this line of play actually works, assuming that I can get a count on the hand. So let's see if we can make it happen. So king of clubs, we ruff a heart. We pull another trump. West pitches a heart. And now we go king of spades. East follows. And now the queen of spades. West follows. We pitch another heart. Oh. East decides to just let us have this trick. Well, that's one way to do it. But yeah, the squeeze was actually working. Or sort of squeeze is working. So West is, again, down to 2 hearts and 2 clubs. We can play a spade. We pitch a club. Kind of doesn't matter what happens in this spot, because East will just be able to ruff this last heart, but the king of hearts would have taken the last trick if East had ruffed in earlier on this line. Kind of a cool hand, cool end position. I mean, getting out for down 4 in 5 diamonds was not great. It was amusing. If diamonds were 4-2, we were actually making it, so there was a 4-trick difference between the 5-1 diamond split. But here was kind of the end position that we reached. King of clubs, pitch our heart, heart ruff, and now the queen of diamonds, king of spades, pitch a heart, and queen of spades. So here's what happens if East ruffs, and this is why East kind of did the silly thing from discarding a heart rather than ruffing, but they could ruff, and they're almost in a position where the defense could squeeze North, but West has to discard before North. So, you know, for example, if East returns the 7 of hearts here, that's going to set up the king. West wins the ace, and could play the jack of clubs, and then give their partner club ruff, but the king of hearts is going to take the last trick in this spot. So instead, after East ruffing, East could try the 9 of diamonds, but what happens is West's hand has to discard in front of dummy, and this was the position that we were expecting. So if West pitches a heart, so does dummy. And the fact that our king of hearts drops under the ace doesn't matter. The 10 of clubs scores the last trick. Similarly, if West pitches a club, so does dummy. 10 of clubs drops under the jack, but then the king of hearts scores the last trick. So this was basically what we were going for. And I don't actually think that there's an alternative line from this position to get out for down 4. Supposedly not true. If we just lead the 6 of diamonds to the queen and then play spades, it also would have worked. Anyway, I'm running a bit short on time, so actually I think I need to step up the pace. I only have about like 15 minutes before I need to get moving. So we got 4 more boards to play. I guess let's play these relatively quickly. Club, take out double, spade, no trump. We bid 2 hearts. We get a diamond lead. Lovely. We're in a 4-3 fit. Let's try the jack. Unsuccessful. And a diamond return. Interesting. It was a takeout double club, so East probably has at least a few spades. I think we probably want to try and cross-ruff a bunch of tricks, so let's play a club over. Tempting to run the 8, but I won't. Spade to the king. Another diamond comes. I'll ruff. Let's play another club over. This time West splits their honors. Spade to the ace. And a heart, finally. Okay. Let's win. Let's try the club queen. Counting. So East probably has 3 clubs, 4 diamonds, 4 hearts, and 2 spades. This doesn't make sense. What is East's hand? I'm going to rough this trick. I see. Well, looks like we're not going to make a ton of tricks. Just 8. Hey, Davch. Thanks for the bit. Alright, really quick, I actually do need to run to the restroom and back. 3 now, huh? 2 heart preempt, 3 heart raise, partner made a takeout double. We decide to try 3 now. Okay. Heart to the king. And a low heart return. Yeah. All right. So ace, king, 6 of hearts. We unfortunately can't just knock out the 3rd round of diamonds. Trying to decide what to discard on this trick as well. I think we should be able to get a pretty good count on East's shape. So pitching a diamond makes sense as opposed to a club. We should be able to figure out kind of definitively if we want to take a club finesse at the end of play. Percentage-wise, I guess we should lead a low diamond first. Pick off a singleton jack or queen. The 10 would work against singleton 8. Alright. East has 3 diamonds. Interesting. Club discard makes it relatively safe to just play clubs immediately, so I guess let's do that. We don't need to mess around. We're gonna lose 2 tricks. We can just lead the queen of clubs. Oh, sorry. West needs to follow to the queen of clubs, and now we're gonna lose 2 tricks. We have 5 more. 6:30. Board 11. 2 to go. A heart, 3 diamonds, invite. We bid 3 now. I really hate that bid with our hand. I think we're far too close to be making a potential slam in diamonds with a hand like this. A bunch of controls and king 3rd in support. But here we are. Club opening lead. Okay. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 tricks off the top. We could try the 10 of clubs. I don't think playing the 10 of clubs ever really helps us. Let's play low. Alright, let's try heart hook. Interesting. Ten, queen, ace, 6. Sounds like the 9 of hearts is offside. Um... Alright, let's run some diamonds. We could lead a spade up. I don't think hearts are coming home. Okay. That would be quite the play if hearts were actually splitting. I think I'm just going to give them a trick. They can have the ace of spades. Hearts were kind of splitting, but the 9 of hearts was on side. 490. We'll take it. Last board. Diamond lead. We're in 4 spades. A club opener on our right. 3 club preempt on our left. Diamond to the king. Interesting. All right. Okay. Well, that's awkward. I was gonna play club to the king and spade to the king and then pitch a diamond and work on hearts. Maybe this is not a great plan. Oh boy. West led a diamond from the queen? That makes me very uncomfortable. I mean, I guess I have to play hearts now. I don't think I can afford to let East pull all of my trumps. Yep, there's a diamond return. Cool. Club to the king. Alright. You can have 2. 2 more trump tricks. Nice diamond lead by West. Beautiful. Alright. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Let's see how we did. Oh my god. These pop-ups. We had a 56. Not too bad.